What's up, smarty people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Smarter? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, we'll always send you DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you could have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Oh, you're not entertained? Let me entertain you. Make your next thing a big one. Also, if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast, What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. Also, add me on Spotify. While you're hanging out on Spotify, hit the subscribe button. I need some more Spotify followers. Now, on with the show. Today on the program, we got some facts for you. 6 crowning facts about chess. It's sometimes said that soccer is the world's game, but if there's any activity that offers something close to universal appeal, it's probably chess. With a reported 600 million plus regular adult participants, given the minimal space and physical exertion needed, it's easy to see why. Although chess can definitely count as a mental workout. While most of us would fail at executing an acrobatic scissor kick, it's somewhat easier, at least physically, to learn to strategically move chess pieces to opportune spots while slowly reducing an opponent to a quivering mess. Read on to learn 6 fun facts about the Ultimate Battle board game. But be sure to keep a watchful eye on your king. I will read on. Number 1. Chess evolved from the Indian board game Chaturanga. Although the exact rules of the 6th century Indian board game Chaturanga are lost to time, enough is known to label it a clear forerunner to chess. Like its more recent relative, Chaturanga was a simulator war game that it involved moving pieces of differing attacking capabilities with the end goal of capturing the opponent's king-like piece. Chaturanga was eventually adapted into Shatranj or Shatarang by Persian players, and this was the version of the game that spread across Europe with the introduction of a few key changes, including the transformation of a somewhat punchless king's minister into the mighty queen. The modern form of chess was born in the 15th century. Number 2. Benjamin Franklin helped popularize chess in the U.S. A man of immense intellectual capacity, Benjamin Franklin was unsurprisingly drawn to the challenges that arose from the chessboard. He wrote of playing as far back as 1733 and later was often seen competing in public venues during his time as minister to France in the 1770s and the 1780s. His treatise, The Morals of Chess, which surfaced in 1779, is considered the first published work on the subject by an American author. Although he was perhaps admired more for his enthusiasm than pure talent, Franklin's endorsement of the game boosted its popularity in his home country and eventually led to his induction into the U.S. Chess Hall of Fame in 1999. Number 3. Many chess champions have come from Russia. After Austria's Wilhelm Steinitz won the first official chess championship in 1886, the top ranks of international chess became increasingly dominated by Russian board competitors, along with delivering the game's first female champion in Vera Menchik. The talent pool from this area of the world produced a series of men's champions of almost exclusively Soviet Russian nationality during the second half of the 20th century. The one player to break through the Eastern Bloc was American Bobby Fischer, who defeated Boris Spassky for the championship in 1972, although he was later stripped of the title in 1975 for refusing to follow Federation rules. Number 4. There are more possible chess moves than atoms in the observable universe. This is the sort of tidbit that pops up on internet searches without much of an explanation, but it's valid if you follow the logic proposed by the mathematician Claude Shannon, sometimes called the father of information theory. According to his 1950 paper, Programming a Computer for Playing Chess, there are approximately 1,000 unique possibilities for each coupled pair of white, then black moves, which adds up to 10 to the power of 120 possible moves, aka the Shannon number. For a game lasting 40 turns, there are an estimated 10 to the power of 80 atoms in the observable universe. That would be checkmate for the Shannon number in this comparison of an incomprehensibly enormous figures. Oh my goodness, that's a big giant number that my little brain would probably explode trying to think about all that. Number 5. In 1997, the Deep Blue Kasparov match marked a turning point for computer chess. While Shannon and fellow geniuses like Alan Turing were fixated on chess-playing computers as far back as the 1950s, the landmark movement in this field arrived in May 1997 when the IBM supercomputer Deep Blue defeated world champion Garry Kasparov in a 6-game match. Although the humbled champ suspected that human intervention was involved because of an unusual sacrifice offered by his opponent, he later explained as a bug in the software. The rapid development of computing power soon obliterated any hope of humans retaining the edge over machines. Writing of his experience playing computers in 2010, Kasparov casually mentioned that anyone could buy a home PC program that will crush most grandmasters. In fact, it's now been at least 15 years since a human beat a computer in a chess tournament. The computers are taking over. I bow down to my AI overlord. Number 6. The world's biggest chess set can be found in Norway. While some programmers are devoted to creating ever smarter and faster chess engines, other fans of the game remain fixated on size. As such, there are several claims to the title of world's largest chessboard, although the winner as of 2023 appears to be the 11.5 by 11.5 meter mega chess set in Stavanger, Norway. A similar battle plays out for the distinction of largest chess piece. The World-Class Chess Hall of Fame advertises ownership of the reigning champ, a 20-foot king, on its Missouri campus, while publicly ignoring the 20-foot 6-inch king unveiled by a French chess club in 2022. Yeah, just ignore that one. Don't worry about that. You don't see that over there, do you? That's 6 crowning facts about chess. Hey, do you play chess? I play chess poorly. I know how the pieces move. Do you know how? I guess if you know how the pieces move, you can have some kind of fun playing the game, a little bit of a strategy. But I don't know how to beat somebody in 8 moves or 12 moves or, hell, I've got you in 3. And then they actually win in 3. I've had that done to me while I'm playing a chess game. Oh, that was a dumb move. I'm going to get you in 4 moves now. Oh, okay. How do you know this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. King's down. Oh, my goodness. Drop me some comments. Hey, if you have any interesting facts, drop me some comments. Maybe I'll read them on a future episode of What Makes You Smarter. All right. And if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. That's it for this edition of What Makes You Smarter. And add me on Spotify. while you're there, while you're hanging out. Add me on Spotify. I need some more Spotify viewers, if you will. All right, that's it for this edition of What Makes You Smarter. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.